Good day to and welcome, I'm Bakerization, and today I'm gonna show you some more card games. And well, today it's actually gonna be my Mage deck for beginners. Let's get into the collection and show you this basic improved Mage. Now, I have used, let's say, basic concepts that this Mage is gonna be based a little bit around spells, a little bit around a removal or burst, and a little bit around annoying creatures where you can use your hero power, which is deal 1 damage. Now, there is no epic in this one, as you can see. There are 2 rares, as I consider Azure Drake one of the best card games, best cards that you can get, pretty quickly. And this is a really good 200 dust. If you disenchant one common, which is bad, or one bad common, let's say, put it this way, you can get at least 1 Azure Drake right away, because you get 95 dust just for disenchanting a card. So, you can get this pretty quickly, and 2 Azure Drakes are really good. It's a 4/4 which deals a card, which draws a card, and you have 4 spells which it buffs right away, so you can go turn 7 Azure Drake into First Ball or turn 9 Azure Drake into Fireball and deal some extra damage with those. You can, if it stays on board, you can use this one single Flame Strike to just nuke the board for 5, which is amazing. Now, there are, I think, 9 commons. There are 2 commons which are Mana Worm. These are really good 1-drops if you can follow with Frostbolt or Coin, which there's 50% chance they will get. These are extremely strong. Frostbolt, overall good removal. You can use it for face, you can use it for creatures, and well, if it's even good later on, because if you use Frostbolt and then you can ping next turn and actually deal with a creature with just 5 health, which is pretty good for 2-cost card. Acidic Swamp Boost is another basic card which is just amazing. It's probably the best basic 2-drop that you can get, just because it destroys the enemy weapon. It has a Battle Cry effect. It's really worth it against warriors, against shamans, against rogues, and against paladins, and against the hunters. Now, paladins and hunters are always present, and even rogues nowadays, and if you can just, they tend to use weapons once or sometimes even save it. If you can destroy an unused weapon or non-used weapon, then it's really good. The value is just amazing. Sorcerer's Apprentice, another common. This is commons number 3 and 4. 1 cost spell, spell cost 1 less. This means that turn 8 you can get out Sorcerer's Apprentice and Flame Strike, meaning that you have something on board and you clear the opponent's board most likely. You can also use it, in some kind of synergy with the rest. Now, this deck does not, I do not think that you have any kind of adventure already, but probably instead of Scarlet Crusader you could include Flamebaker. It depends totally on you. But now, Mirror Entity. Mirror Entity is one of the best secrets you can get. It's common, very easy to craft, very easy to use. If you use it later on, you might get more value, obviously. Very often it's that you want it around turn, before your opponent enters 6, 7 or 8. So, any time around this is cool, because, well, either they're gonna lose the tempo because they want to play around it and lose not in order not to give you a big minion, or they will give you a big minion. That's it. Harvest Golem, really annoying one, where in combination with Ping, it's rather strong. Ping is the Fire Blast hero power, And well, if it dies it summons to 1, which is pretty good. It's, if you count the stats together, it's a 4/4 for 3, which is amazing. Scarlet Crusader, really good. If their hero ability can deal 1, those are Shaman, Hunter, Warrior, and well, let's say even Paladin and Priest. This will give you a lot of value, because Divine Shield, with Divine Shield you can trade once. This can actually kill a 6 health minion if you have enough time. Fireball, really good removal, really good burst. If you have 2, you can just burst face for 12. Some people expect it, some people don't, but you can also deal with big minions. If you are at turn 6 and your opponent, their turn 6 got out the Boulder Fist Ogre, 6/7, you can actually just Fireball ping it and there is a clear board. Polymorph, another really good removal if there is something that is hard to remove because it is silent. It has some kind of death rattle effect, such as Sylvanas, which I don't have here because there are no legendaries. You can just polymorph it. Also bigger minions which might have 8 health, so Fireball won't deal with them, or you just want to say Fireball to the face. Polymorph is really good. Chilvineti, it used to be a monster in vanilla, and well, it's still a really good minion. 4/5 for 4 with ping can deal with anything, which has around, you know, up until 4 cost. Now, Sen'jin Shieldmaster, Chilvineti can deal with Sen'jin Shieldmaster with a ping, but it's taunt, and I think that there needs to be at least 1 taunt in the deck, just in order to survive against a little more aggressive decks. Water Elemental is an amazing basic card. Like, really good. 3/6 for 4, it's 9, which makes it as strong as Chilvineti, but it also freezes characters. If some minion attacks into Water Elemental and survives, this minion is also frozen the next turn, so you have 1 more turn to deal with big stuff. Also, you can freeze characters, which means that they can't use weapons. Really useful against Rogue, against Paladin, against Warrior. Now, Azure Drake, I already talked about this. Really good card, amazing card. Darkscape Healer, I just like it, you know, if you don't have enough cards, this Darkscape Healer is good enough. It's gonna heal you for 2, which is not that great, but it's as strong as Yeti heal 2, but you can also heal other minions. For example, if you trade with the Boulder Fist and Boulder Fist ends up at 1 HP, you can get it up to 3 with the Dark Scale, so that Mage or Druid can't really deal with the Ogre just with hero power. Ogre is really good, considering that it's basic, it's amazing. 6/7 for 6, it survives slower, it can kill almost any lower cost minion. There are not that many which have 7 health, and you can ping it in that case, but it also survives the Big Game Hunter, which is an epic card which a lot of decks use at least once to deal with the big minions. Big Game Hunter kills any card which has, or any minion which has more 7 and more attack. Now, in this deck there are no minions which have 7 or more attack. However, Boulder Fist Ogre can achieve 7 attack with Stormwind Champion. Stormwind Champion is just overall a good card. If you have some kind of advantage on board, you can just press it for on, because the opponent usually counts with the amount of health your minions will have or might have next turn. As your mage, you don't have a way to heal those other than Darkscape Healer, which also kind of screw up the math of the opponent. But Stormwind Champion also adds attack, so if they think that their, let's say, Sen'jin is safe against the Yeti, well, it's not, because, and you can't ping, it's really not, because you'll just get out the Stormwind Champion. Even Scarlet Crusader, if you have out Scarlet Crusader and you know, at turn, let's say 9, you can put down the Stormwind Champion. This becomes a 4/2, which doesn't die to ping anymore, and you can also, with this and the hero power, kill Sanjin with Scarlet Crusader. Really good. Flame Strike just overall good. Good removal. Now, I'll show you this deck in action, so let's take it for a spin. Okay, Harvest Golem is fine. Flame Strike I will not probably use against. Not early on, not early on. Ooh, we have a great start. Let's see what he starts with.
Do you need a blessing?
Okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna use Mana Worm. Next turn I can go for the Frostbolt into that one. Yeah, I'll Frostbolt it. Ooh. This is actually better. As I have a 3-1 and a 3-2 on board. And if he wants to stop the 3-1 from growing, he has to use the hero power.
Well played.
And if he uses the hero power, then we have a free turn and we have the tempo. If he doesn't use this, which that means that I can very often trade with almost anything on board. And I will. Now, Harvest Golem it is. I will just trade because this is a control-like deck. And continue. The opponent might go for something like Yeti. Maybe... Ooh, Keeper? Interesting. Interesting choice. Now, Sanjin, and let's continue with the Onslaught. That's 22 health. Don't forget that health is just a resource. Oh, that's nasty. No, you have to do that, yeah. Could have been better, could have been worse. The 2-2 survives. At least there's that. And I'm gonna go Water Alley. Just because I want to freeze his face so he can't really use the hero power anymore. Which he wants to use right now, just to deal with the 2-1. If he doesn't deal with the 2-1, he can use something like Swipe Wrath. But that's gonna be fun because he's gonna use all my mana, or his mana. Ooh. That's okay. I'm just gonna freeze his face and go for Scarlet Crusade, go for the Boulder Fist Ogre. Boulder Fist Ogre and freeze his face so he can't use these things anymore. He might try to buff the 4-4, but again... Ooh, Ancient. This is gonna be fun. Oh my, oh my, oh my, I'm really close to death. But let's ping, let's fireball this so we can, so we have lethal next turn. Just in order to control. I know that I could have got him down to what was that? 3. But it, you know, there might be some kind of heal, there might be something really annoying, so this way it's gonna be fine. Ooh, Emperor Cold and Emperor Cobra. That's the one thing you might just want to, you know, disenchant. And let's fireball his face. Yeah. This is how it was intended to be. Alright, game number 2. I don't want these actually. I'm gonna keep the Water Alley. Just to get a 4-drop. There is a... Okay, I have Acidic Swamp Boost. I got the second Boulder Fist. Really unlucky with this one. You, if I remember correctly, you can't get the card which you mulliganed, as this is called mulligan, from the deck again, so this is the second Boulder Fist in the deck. Okay, wild growth. This is a rem druid. Interesting. It's gonna be acid explosives. Because next turn I can go mana worm into frostbolt, and afterwards I can go polymorph and water elemental and polar fist ogre. Let's see what this guy has, what this kind of deck is. I'm expecting Keeper of the Grove. Oh, Wrath? Really? Alright then. Okay, I'm gonna coin out the Water Alley just because it's really strong. And... do I? No, let's get the Harvest Golem. Because there is the option, or the possibility, that he will use something like Druid of the Claw.
I must safeguard.
Ooh, Keeper of the Grove. Keeper of the Grove is fun. Because as it stands, I will go Mana Worm into Frostbolt into coin into hero power into this guy. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking whether it's good to make it already 3/3. But yeah, it's really better because if he wants to deal with it, he has to spend some mana. So 2/3 is not as annoying as a 3/3. Now I will let him be. I will continue to go face, but I will get the Water Alley out. Now he probably wants to deal with the 3/3 because it's the well, it's one of the there are two threats which he can deal with. It's the 2/3 and 3/3, and the 3/3 is obviously much more threatening as it can grow, unlike the 2/3. But if he goes into 3/3, I will just deal with this Shredder, which will also be gone in May, as it will not be part of Standard. And if you want to play something which is, you know, more moderated and less full of, let's say, how would I put it? Less full of shenanigans cards, then this is your choice. Okay, I'm gonna give him some armor. I think that it's more important, yeah. It's more important to develop the board. Next turn I can ping, next turn I can flame strike, so it dies. I went for, not for the face, but for the smith, just because this way he has to use face to deal with this one. Oh, sorry. And I don't want him to just trade with this. He's really lucky that it was a 1/4, that it didn't have 2 or 3 health. Ooh, Iron Bark. That's gonna get polyed. That's gonna get polymorphed. Ooh, almost made a mistake. Yeah, let's kill this first. It's better to even use the 6 health against some of these, such as the Armorsmith, just because they might buff it. Druid, Paladin, and Priest are those. With those, you really want to deal with the minion on board, just because they might just get buffed out of your mind, or not out of your mind, but annoyingly. In terms of Paladin, it might be out of the mind, just because, well, they might add 4/4 +4/+4, which makes it a 5/5. They might add Divine Shield, which trades Friel with, for example, this. That's really annoying. Okay. I don't want to use Flame Strike, but I will use this. Ping. And I will not get out this guy, just because I'm afraid that he has Mind Control tech, which is a 3-drop, which steals randomly one of the four minions on board. Yet you have to have 4 minions out. This is one of the reasons why people usually in the arena go play around this, and very often have 2 or maximum 3 minions. If they have more than 3 minions, it's usually that they have like 6 or 7. And at that case, they, like against Druid you can go for it, because Druid doesn't really have a strong board clear, but against, let's say, Warlock, but mostly against Paladins and Mages, you just don't want to fill your board fully and have nothing in your hand. This way I can go, even if he deals with this somehow, I can go Scarlet Crusader into Acidic Swampoos, into Ping, let's say, and next turn I have something to storm that gets buffed with the Stormwind Champion, and he's gone. That's also sometimes what happens. Okay. Let's go for the Stormwind. And number 5, just to play around. Yeah. Come on, come on, come on. 15 seconds. And... yeah. So, let's go with the Ogre. And it's fine. Now this is a really good card. I'm gonna get rid of the Mirror Entity. Keep the Chilpin Eddy. This... I hope that he's slower. That's because that's why I kept the Chilpin Eddy. I also kept the use because there is very big chance that he has at least True Silver. I hope that he uses Hero Power so that I can use mine. If he goes Shielded Minibot, yes, which is a most common drop, and it's not gonna be there for long, as the Shielded Minibot was part of the Goblins versus Gnomes, and it's gonna be out of standard. What is this gonna be? Ooh, that's a nasty one. I'm just gonna Frostbolt and ping the 2/2. This one will surely have the True Silver. I really hope that he gets out the True Silver this turn, just in order to maximize all the stuff. Okay. This is really aggressive. This is amazingly aggressive. Okay. This is a really slow deck, I have to say. And it doesn't really cope well against aggro. But I might just use the Chilpin Eddy, and let's hope if we are above 10, it might just be fine. The problem will be whether he has more charge minions. I don't really have enough heal. Yep. That's another one, and he goes face. This is really problematic. But we're down to 8. Technically, we have to be sure. We must be sure that we're down to 10 because down to 8 because this is a 1/1. And equality. Oh right, he trades. And a True Silver, yes. Yes. This is my turn. Let's hope that he doesn't have another one. Now, I have to do this. And I will have to keep him frozen in order to survive potential True Silver number 2. If he has another charge, then it's gonna be really hard. But well, who am I to really work around it? Oh, that's not good. Oh, freeze me. Like, really? Come on. Ah. That was another way. If I had a flame strike, it would have been fine. As it stands, he kills me very easily. He just uses true silver. Yes. That's it. That's what I was afraid of. Now we have seen the weakness of this deck. It's kind of weak against aggressive decks if you don't get the proper start, which means Mana Worm. Which we didn't get. We also didn't get the Harvest Golem. We need ping ping ping. So you have seen how this deck performs. It's actually good if you are into a control mindset, and it's actually not bad to play control or controllish decks right away, as you will get this in, you know, into trading and all these things. And this is really cheap to create. There are just 2 rares. There are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, there are actually just 10 commons, which you can create fairly quickly, or you sometimes get them. And for example, Mirror Entity is really useful, Mana Worm really useful. If you're ever gonna play Mage, these 2 cards will most likely be there. I think that Mana Worm is in like 50% of decks, and Mirror Entity is also present in like 50% of the Mage decks, so it's a pretty good thing. The weakness of this deck is obviously aggressive decks, but if you start with Mana Worm, you have this Frostbolt, you have Acidic Swampus, and you get Harvest Golem or Scarlet Crusader turn 3 out, even the more aggressive decks will have trouble with this. Yeah, there is a lack of the heals, as this is only here for 2, and there is Sanjin, but well, the only better heal which will not get kicked out in the upcoming patch is Earthering Farseer, and well, there is another one, but well, it's the difference between 2 and 3, and this is actually something on board. 4-5 is not good, but if you add that you heal every single friendly character and sometimes you need to heal them, then it's fine. So I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you will try this one if you're new to Hearthstone. You know, just go for it, try to build, and well, later on I will come with more decks. There will be Paladin, which will be once again control and buff. There will be Druid, which is based on big minions, and well, I don't really recommend Druid to start with, because to have a solid Druid deck you need at least 3 epics, and they are hard to create or hard to get. Then there will be Priest, which I haven't really had success with, but it's also connected to the fact that I have played against a lot of tempo mages with that, and well, I've played 4 games and I have lost 3 of them, and the last one will be Hunter. So stay tuned, and well, also I have to tell you, I almost forget, if you like this video, subscribe, take a look at my other videos, and well, if you like this, try it out, share it. My name has been Beckerization. Thanks for watching.